Hey guys, it's Oliver here, and today we're going to be talking about movies, specifically horror movies. Okay, so you're watching a horror movie, right? And you want to look away, but you ask yourself the question, why can't I stop watching? So now that we set up the situation and ask the question, let's go through a cinematic journey through cinema and answer that question you just asked. So let's start from the beginning. So there's a guy named Jordan Milius, and he made this movie called The Haunted Castle. This movie set the precedent with cauldrons, bats, and spiderwebs. In the early 20s, a lot of monster flicks were made. The reason, here. So a company like Universal could make a low-budget film, the audiences would be like, that's pretty good. And you'd get a lot of money back for it. In the 30s, horror moved into its classic phase in Hollywood. The reason being, we all started off with silent movies, and with the invention of sound, people wanted to view it more. So with more research, we saw that in the golden era of, We saw that with more research, we found that these monster flicks came in cycles. The first cycle being Dracula. Ah! The second cycle you would probably see would be Bark, the Barkman. Bark. And the third and final cycle you would probably see would be Frankenstein. Hey, what's up? You're recording? Also, when you move into the 40s, you see the decline in the quality of film, mainly due to the Axis powers in World War II. So people made horrible, low-budget movies to distract them from the atrocities of war. Boo! In the 50s and 60s, horror moved more away from just jump scares and more to what can scare you on an internal basis. You get the point. Now to start answering the question that you asked at the beginning. Why do you keep watching? The first part of the answer would be that horror films mold to the stresses and anxieties of the time period. So take Psycho, more like a commentary on 50s suburban life. Night of the Living Dead, more like a commentary on the bloodshed during the Vietnam War. And The Thing? Well, communism. If you still aren't satisfied, here's another answer. Stephen King suggests that we all have primal fears that we have to suppress in order to function in normal day society. And horror films serve as a release to those primal, pent-up instincts that we have inside of us. So that was a long and hard journey through cinema history, but we made it. Good for us. In conclusion, basically, horror films adapt to the time period and can help us relate to the problems and stresses that we have currently. And they also just help us, satisfy those primal fears and unsatisfied thoughts that we have in our heads that we can't help, like you want to kill your friend, but that's not okay. So you watch a horror movie and it all goes away, man. I don't wear glasses.